God. Oh. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another movie review, and this time I am talking about a little film called A Star Is Born. I saw this right after I saw Venom yesterday, so perfect, because Venom was such a huge disappointment that I needed something that would actually make me feel something again, and what a great way to really experience the thrill of movie making than with this movie, with my boy Bradley Cooper and my girl Lady Gaga. I was actually really looking forward to this. The first trailer that came out I thought was very sweet, very nice. It was a good, really solid trailer. I didn't think it was, going to be like this big Oscar movie. I know it's A Star Is Born, and the first two movies were big Oscar movies. It was about movie making, and then of course the third one was more music, and that one wasn't very good, and it's been 40-something years since anybody even attempted to do another Star Is Born. So now we're here. So I wasn't expecting it to be a big Oscar movie, but then the reviews came out and they were saying it was amazing. I remember watching a video a couple months ago where Sean Penn was talking about the movie and saying how great it was. I was like, really? Sean Penn saying the movie's amazing? It's like one of the best things he's seen in years. All right. I don't know if that means it's going to be good, but let's see. Sean Penn liked it, and oh my God. Holy shit. This movie is phenomenal. I couldn't believe how good this movie was. I was expecting, a typical romance, but, with some, star power to it, and I don't mean just in the acting. I mean, like, because the main guy is a star in it. He's a star, and he's taking this woman who is relatively unknown under his wing and mentoring her, and of course, they fall in love and stuff. That's a typical story of The Star Is Born. Of course, along the way, bad things happen, with alcoholism and star power itself, and like other people get are intervening into their relationship and stuff like that. It's a story that is over 80 years old. The first movie came out in 1937, 81 years ago, okay? And it is still a story that really captivates. It is a story that, if it is well told, is amazing. You can have a story that is okay and be well told, but a story like this, something so timeless, if you could tell it very well, it is still a captivating and a tale as old as time. It's like Beauty and the Beast a little bit. Not really. But I was really, really just captivated from moment one. The beginning of this movie starts off with Bradley Cooper, who, by the way, does an amazing job directing here. It's his directorial debut, first time directing, and he nails all the little delicacies of being a director. Just the pacing of this movie is excellent. The editing is fantastic. There's so many great things about this movie. I have like almost no complaints, but I'll get to it. The beginning of this movie starts off extremely well. We get to know everything about our main character, Bradley Cooper's Jackson Maine, who is this kind of country rock star in a way. And we know everything about him immediately. He's alcoholic. He takes pills. You could tell when he starts singing and plays his guitar, he actually does really enjoy that stuff. So much so that he's actually losing his hearing, but he doesn't care because he doesn't even want to use like a hearing aid because he thinks it screws his music up. So you could tell this guy is very passionate from the beginning, and you could tell that there's problems. He has problems. He can't really deal with the star power. There's even a scene where he goes to his car after the show, and he doesn't sign anybody's papers. He kind of pretty much ignores all the audience members and leaves immediately because he is so fed up with that kind of stuff, and he just doesn't find it enjoyable anymore. He can really get into his music, but he doesn't find it enjoyable. Then he meets Allie, played by, of course, Lady Gaga, who is she's a waitress, I think, and she's just kind of just going by, doing her thing, going to random little places and playing her music there, and she is phenomenal. The first time Bradley Cooper and she meets, it's an amazing musical number where she sings a French song. I forgot what the song was called, but it's really well done, and how amazing her performance is. It's so energetic, so lively. Immediately you fall in love with this character. You really do, and you fall in love with these characters pretty damn quick. And then they meet, and then their chemistry really starts to spark, and I couldn't believe how good they were together. I never thought in a million years Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, the boy from The Hangover, or you know what, I'm going to take it way back. The boy from Wet Hot American Summer, the original movie, and Lady Gaga. We're going to have amazing chemistry. Some of the best chemistry in a movie ever. in my opinion. It really is a movie that can live or die on its chemistry between the main two leads, and it lives, holy shit. I mean, their relationship is so perfect, and let me just tell you, Lady Gaga, holy shit. I mean, I knew Lady Gaga could act because, of course, she won a Golden Globe for American Horror Story. She's been in a couple things where I thought she was solid. She was in that Sin City 2 movie. She was in Machete Kills. I mean, these are little movies that aren't, I mean, known for their quality. But she was good in them, you know, she had presence. And of course, you know, she has stage presence, we all know that. But I wasn't expecting her to be this good! This good! There are moments where I forgot it was even Lady Gaga. I forgot it was even an actress. I thought it was real at times. There's moments where she's with her father, Andrew Dice Clay, in the movie, who's also fantastic, by the way, where she's just talking to him and running up and down the stairs of our house and cleaning dishes, and it felt so natural. It felt like I was really just there watching a father and daughter interact. It was fantastic. And of course, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga together is magnetic. It's so perfect. Such a perfect relationship. Just the things they talk about, the natural dialogue, the music, of course, whenever they start singing. By the way, the music in this is phenomenal. It's so good, especially in the movie. Like, you can listen to it on the soundtrack and it's fantastic, but in the movie there's so much more context. Like, I already watched the Shallow music video before the movie even came out, but I'm kind of glad I did, because watching it in the movie, it actually had way more emotion. Like, I love that music video, I love that song. And then I watched it in the movie, and I loved it even more. Where, you know, you'd watch it in the movie first, you loved it, and then you watch it online, you don't love it as much because it's not part of the movie. I actually had a better experience because I already watched it. So I was actually glad I did. And I would have done that with the rest of the soundtrack too, but it wasn't out yet. I really, really loved the music. It was all so well written. It had something to say. It was very heartfelt. Even some of the music was heartbreaking. Like, it really is. It's such a great soundtrack. A lot of very different musical, I'm not a good music guy, so I don't even know what to say. There's just a lot of different, I wouldn't say genres, but there was a lot of different type of music, I guess. I mean, it wasn't a lot of different genres, but the tone and the what the music was about all was like perfect, and it really worked. And of course, it is A Star Is Born. And if you watch any of the other Star Is Born movies, you know there's going to be a lot of rocky moments with the relationship and with certain characters. And of course, Jackson Maine, like I said, you already know he's an alcoholic. Right in the beginning of the movie, you know that, you see it, and it tackles subjects like alcoholism and the negatives of being a star, and just certain things like, are you even a human to people anymore? Are you just a star? They tackle stuff like that perfectly, but when it comes to the alcoholism, they nail that in a way where I have to give them huge credit, because even in my life, I've dealt with alcoholics. That's why I don't drink alcohol myself, because I've never had a good experience with alcohol in my life. Never, not a moment in my life where I dealt with alcoholics or just people drinking alcohol where it ended up being a fun time. Maybe had fun moments, but it never ended in fun. So I see Bradley Cooper getting drunk, falling over, Lady Gaga making excuses for him and stuff, and I just see like stuff in my life. I'm just like, oh God, it's so painful to watch. It really is. And Bradley Cooper, whenever he actually does have to portray a alcoholic, he does a great job. He does an amazing job here. There's also other stuff, like he also takes drugs and stuff, but man, oh man, the alcoholism portion of this really is dealt with such sincerity, and it doesn't shy away from some of the really, really, really disturbing portions of being alcoholic. It's great stuff, it really is, and it's really heartbreaking at times. The movie itself is extremely emotional the entire time. Like, about 30 minutes into the movie, you'll start to, like, I mean, I didn't cry throughout the entire movie because I kind of knew where it was heading, because I've seen other Star Is Born movies, which might be the only negative I have, is that I kind of knew where it was going to go. It followed very similar beats to some of the other ones. Like, there was like combinations of other ones and they mixed it together. That was the only problem I had, but I mean, it's the same story. It's a remake, so you have to kind of follow that structure. So it really wasn't a problem. And they did it in their own way. Not really a problem. And see, I'm like figuring it out right now. Was that a problem? It really wasn't. Like, they did it in their own way. And sure, I knew where it was going to go with certain characters, but I still loved it the way it went. So me predicting it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean it's bad or anything. Nothing's bad here. Everything's great in this movie. I can't think of one thing I didn't like. I wish there was more Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, the scene he's in, it's a couple scenes he's in, those are great scenes, and he has great chemistry with Bradley Cooper. I just wish he was in one more scene, I'll say. One more scene. That's my only negative. I really did want more Dave Chappelle. Besides that, though, besides me really trying to, like, is this a remake? I mean, is the fact that this is a remake actually be a negative? Besides that, that's my only complaint, is not enough Dave Chappelle. I really loved it. I can't even, like, I can't put to words how much I really love this movie. And when I left, I was like, Venom? What the hell's Venom? Like, I forgot I even watched Venom. That's why I was having a hard time with my review, too, because there's times where I couldn't remember stuff that happened in Venom because I was thinking of Star is Born. I've been thinking about this movie for the last, like, 24 hours. I'm just like, oh my god, it was really, 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 it takes a toll on you. It really does. So, Star is Born, amazing film. I will have a spoiler discussion. I know that sounds shitty to talk like spoiler discussion. Like, at the end of the credits, it's going to say, like, Bradley Cooper will return in Avengers Infinity War, which actually is true because he plays Rocket Raccoon, but there's no post-credit scene or anything. But we will have a discussion video about this. It'll be more like a free-flowing review of it, where we also talk spoilers, because I do want to talk about a lot of things that really got to me. But right here, this is just a basic, no spoiler review. It's fantastic. I highly recommend it. And really, I've been thinking about it. I can't think of any flaws besides I want more Dave Chappelle, and that it's a remake. So if you've seen the other three, then it has a very similar structure. It's not all the same, obviously, but it has similar elements, you know? It's not its own thing. It borrows from other things. You know, even the character's name, Jackson Maine, the main portion is actually from the main character of the first movie, Norman Maine. So, you know, they borrowed some stuff and paid homage to that stuff. But it's not really a negative, though. I keep bringing it up. It's not negative. Shut up, me. It's not a negative. I just slapped myself. God damn it. So anyway, stop bringing it up. You little asshole. You big asshole. There you go. That's more correct. But I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I can't think of anything that was negative. I think I'm going to have to give this a 40 out of 40. I really can't think of one thing I really disliked. Me saying there's not enough Dave Chappelle, you know, I mean, the scenes he's there is great, and he's not a huge, like, consequential character. I just wanted to see more of him, so that's not even a negative. I got to give it a 40 out of 40. It's a fantastic movie. Maybe not a perfect movie, even though I gave it a perfect score. That doesn't mean it's actually a perfect movie. Just to me, it's perfect enough. It is the closest to perfect it could possibly be in my eyes. I loved it. I really did. So, Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, you knocked out of the park. The supporting cast, great. It's just such a great movie. It really is. So there you go. A Star is Born. That's my review. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. And until next time, of course, goodbye.